Hello, welcome back. Last time I had a super cool puzzle where I mixed some drinks, despite not knowing much about that. Got lots of ideas for how to improve this, but I'm pretty happy with the solution that I put as it is. Alright, so the big one. Let's see what this is about. Here we go. The job I thought we'd get finally came in, and it came specifically for us from Sun Haotian himself. He's calling it the Safety Net Tracking Badge. Look at the specs. It seems to have multiple functions, including reporting the location of the wearer around multiple sectors. There's a map included, which I put on your desk, and providing one-way communication. I don't think I can overstate how important this work is. Not only are my contacts hinting they'll want hundreds of thousands of these, they want them very fast. Evidently, they're about to take the wraps off their big project very soon. Please treat this as the culmination of all our work so far. Everything we've been working towards as a company. Now is the time to execute. Alright, so yeah, this feels like a conclusion of like the first major story arc. Safety Net Tracking Badge. And this is the only puzzle I have available other than making a custom spec and developing a game. That'll happen at some point. So let's see what it's about. Radar sync is a simple input indicating the current heading of the central tracking radar. Oh boy. Radar ping is a simple input indicating the current distance from the central tracking radar if it is currently pointing in the user's direction. Oh boy. Radio RX is a non-blocking X-bus input connected to radio receiver, radio RTX, transmitter, speaker, simple output connected to miniature self-amplified audio speaker. When a data packet is received and begins with a value of 1, the subsequent data should be treated as a length prefixed audio data and played over the speaker. Sure. When a data packet is received that begins with a value of 2 and specifies the ID of the badge should respond with its current sector. So there's a command that's either... So command 1 gives a length value and then that many bytes of audio data out to be written out to the speaker. Okay? And I assume I don't need to do anything else during that time. It'd be interesting if I did. Okay, or command 2 me and an ID, which may or may not match this. So this is kind of the central characteristic of Sun Haotian puzzles, it seems. Just like match the ID with that person outside of the lawnmower. Please move farther away from me. You probably can't hear it, but I can. The user's location can be determined when a radar ping pulse is detected by correlating the current heading and distance from the central tracking radar with the sector map, which can be found as figure 7G in the supplemental data section of the manual. This is the part that sounds real complicated. Sector map. Okay. I was just taking a peek at like what's left in here. There's still a bunch of stuff. Although, let's see. So, the WoW button or whatever. This was the decentralized autonomous thing. Haunted doll. The one Carl didn't want to work on. Meat printer. Spoiler blocking headphones. Color changing whatever. Drink mixing. Yeah, like so these are all in order that you get them in the thing. So there's a sector map here, sure. But then there's also 3 more things. So obviously there's more happening beyond this puzzle. But that might be post-game sort of stuff. Okay. Well, these probably list some kind of something that means something for what these sectors are. So from this diagram... Like this right here is the thorium, no, the Sushi Robo thing. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. Sector map. There's nothing really here, so I don't need that. So it starts at the top at 0, goes around to 100 in hexagonal increments. So top hex wedge is 0. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. What are these? 201, 202, 203, 204. No, 200, 201, 203. 600 always. And then this entire place is 700. Okay, so we got an angle and a distance. Ping greater than or equal to 80. Ping less than or equal to 50. So that's like the strength, not the delay of the returned thingy. So like higher values are closer to center, it sounds like. Current heading of the central tracking radar. So that's going to be this value. Current distance from the central tracking radar if it is currently pointing in the user's direction. Alright, what does this look like? So radar sync, sure, just goes steps from 0 to 100 6 times, or 6 increments, and then resets, sure. Here's that diagram. Here's that text I can't read. So anyway, right here, the user is... Okay, so I get a 53. User's location can be determined when a radar ping pulse is detected by correlating the current heading and distance from the central tracking radar with the sector map. Current distance from the central tracking radar. But it's like inverse distance? Like lower is farther away? What are you saying to me? Okay, well let's see if this makes any sense. 1, that's to play audio data, sure, okay. So this is just like this second task that has nothing to do with the rest of it. 2, 558. I guess 558 is not your ID. Or yes it is, 202. 202. Okay, so 202 is this sector. When that wants to be returned, okay, so 558 is my ID. Okay, so I'm always listening to radar ping. When I get a radar ping, I check the value of radar sync. And those two together tell me... Alright, so here... 53, 63, 67... greater than or equal to 80... Yeah, so I think this is signal strength. Like, the farther away the user's thingy is, the weaker the ping comes back. This isn't delay. Like, I would expect lower values here, higher values here. So it's inverse distance. Alright. Greater than or equal to 80. So this is the 80 boundary. This is probably 100 right here. This is the 50 boundary. And it can continue all the way to 0, it sounds like. This boundary is unspecified, as are any zones out here. So I'm just going to say this is in zone 600, this is in zone 200. Okay. So that's for somebody else, that's not for me, that's for somebody else. This is for me, so in zone 100... Hang on, I didn't finish parsing this. So I'm in zone 202 if while radar sync is 60, my ping value was 67. Sync equals 60, value 67, 202. That adds up. It's less than 80, it's greater than 50. So 202. Okay? Sure. That seems straightforward enough. So then... This is after this. So then the most recent, right, you moved from zone 60 to zone 40 with a value of 80. Okay, so before looking at what that returned, I don't remember what it was, that's, say one more time, sync equals 40, ping equals 80, Sync equals 40, ping equals 80, greater than or equal to 80, zone 100. Yeah, zone 100, okay. So then sync equals 80, ping equals 72, 203, 203. Sync equals 60, zone equals 49. Wait, 203, wait, what? Sync equals 60. 49, so that'd be 700? 700. Okay, got it. And all of this is 700. All of this is 600. The 204, 203, 202, 201, 200. I guess really all of this is 600, I'm going to say, and all of this is 700, I'm going to say. Anything outside this ring. Okay, sure. So where do I start? And there's audio data to handle. This other task. Oh, okay, so I do need to keep doing my, my same thing in parallel. Just because of the way my output data is displayed, it's never going to decide to overlap one of these with some audio data being played. So I can assume I don't need to do these tasks while audio data is playing, but I do still need to be recording the last values of those. If radar ping is 0... So I need to treat 0 as nothing. Okay, sure. Alright, radar sync, radar ping. Let's just start with one of these here. Your ping. Your I'm going to want access to those, maybe. So let me keep them open. Well, only one is really open there. Whatever. Do I have any idea what I'm doing? Some. At what point do I want to map to a zone? That's going to take a bunch of power, so it'll be more power efficient to just keep track of the last... Okay, so essentially what I want is a little dude here. You won't need much. Just this, and you can communicate on X1. So each tick you're going to... tech P0, 0. So if you're not 0, then I will store... Oh shoot, I need 2 values. Alright, fine. I need 2 values. Let's put one of these here. So when you're not 0, I'll store away the values of last value of radar ping and radar sync. See, now this is a lot of instruction space to waste. Oh, and you can't sleep. Okay, I wish I could have more simple pins, but I can't. Okay, there's a lot of ways I could do this. What about... I could write these to a, some kind of storage if I wanted. It'd be better if I could write a single value to something. So maybe I should do the mapping logic here. Okay, so what's the mapping logic going to take? Yeah, I don't think I have a good enough understanding of this to decide that this is the first task I should do at this point. I could do the audio data, that's just completely separate from anything else. Okay, so somewhere in here is going to be a controller that will talk to all these things. Alright, so you need the simple output for that. I'm going to make this your X2 for now. I might change my mind, but for now that's what I'm doing. Flip you around. No, flip you around again. Well, now my X3 is annoying to get to. Here, let's do this ugly thing. Yeah, but then how am I gonna... Okay, so I'm being ridiculous here. As usual. Don't worry about it. P1 goes to speaker. This flips around and connects to X2 and X3. Just right there. This one goes right here. Okay, so that's how those things connect. Then X1's going to communicate with whoever does that stuff. It's probably going to be a lot more than that. Alright, that's how I'm starting. I want some more compactness here. I just have a feeling that that's where I want to tuck that away. Okay, so... I need to hang on to whatever value you give me. So I'm going to move X2 to... doesn't matter which register at the moment. There are only 2. TCP ACK 1, let's do that. If I get a 0, it'll be the same as a -999. If I get a 3 or more, it'll be the same as a... Yeah, anything 0 or less is treated as nothing. Anything 2 or more is treated as 2. That's fine. Because my data is all in that domain, and that's fine. Alright, so TCP ACK 1. -99, jump weight. Weight's just going to have to be a sleep 1. So no power efficiency possible here, other than between microcontrollers. Because yeah, you can't sleep on waiting for simple input, you can't sleep on waiting for non-blocking radio input. Because that's non-blocking. Alright. So if I jump to wait, alright, so if it's a 2... radar position. What do they call that? What do I want to name this? Naming's important. That should respond to this current sector. Jump sector. Otherwise... Okay, sure, yeah, so sector is going to be something. Otherwise, you're going to read a length value, move X2 ACK, and do a little loop. So 12 times. So you're going to move X2 P1. Sub 1, tech ACK 0, jump weight. Okay, so that's your, wait, no, minus jump loop. Otherwise, jump weight. Well, hope sector fits in 3 instructions. It should. Tech X2, X0. So if that's my ID, then I want to tell someone to wake up and then move that to the TX. So here's the thing, though. The communication that way is weird. I might need to... So I need to wake somebody up by moving some value to x1, then move what comes back from x1 out to the TX. The thing is, no one's going to be waiting to be woken up by that. I think I need a secondary dude here. Like, somebody needs to do an SLX on this pin, and it cannot be you because you need to be doing radar stuff all the time. when every tick I'm doing a task and possibly overwriting my data, how do I request that data? I'm going to have to read a request every tick. Or be writing... Okay, now... Okay, so now here's an idea. So I change this back to one of those. I have this go to a... Okay, I'm going to need my other XBus. This goes to one of these dudes, and that's where you're going to store your data. I guess that's fine. I don't love it, but I guess it's fine. Mapping logic. Right, yes. So you will do the mapping logic and have the connections to those things, and you will sleep on the requests. SLX X2. And then you can read from these. By the time you make this request, you will have finished your work. Your work is going to be... Okay, let me actually... I had some logic in there that I did want to keep. It's not much, but it's worth preserving. Why can't I redo? Really? Fine. Alright. It wasn't much work, I guess. I pressed Command Control Shift Z instead of Control Y, which I guess is the redo button, and maybe that erased my undo buffer because I was in a text field and Control Shift Z tried to put something in there, but it didn't actually go, etc. I would have preferred to having been able to redo, though. Redo buffers. Always. Anywhere. Always so fragile. Right. I did all that work just to get these 3 lines of text that are basically nothing. It's fine. There's no ACK, there's no DAT. Okay, so text is 0. If you get a thing, if you don't, I don't need to do this work. Oh, also need to sleep. I'm going to reset the address, move 0x1. And all I really do is write the most recent values of that. So yeah, sync first. Move P1, X1, 0. Yeah, 0 goes over to the data line. Move P0, X0. Alright, that seems sensible. So, if you got a ping, you write the values of those over here. And this has no... it takes no power, and it doesn't need to... it doesn't need to communicate stuff all the time. So I fix my SLX chain here. Okay, so you're going to SLX X2. When you get something, you're going to move it to null. Actually, you're going to move it to the address line, because I send a 0, and that totally makes sense. Move X2, X1 for the address. Because yeah, that address got to reset at some point. And it might as well be when I clear the I.O. out of there. I could do it after I do this, because that'll start at 0, the right address pointer, because this one's using the left address pointer. I don't think that makes a difference in efficiency, as far as the graphs are concerned. Anyway, yeah, so doing it there, clearing the I.O. line nice and quick is fine. You'll be blocked on read instead of write. So, this is a request for current sector. Now I have to do my sector mapping. If I need additional help with that, I'll come out on X3 and I'll find a way to make this layout work, which should be easy. That's no problem. Okay, so if I'm doing this, now I need to map sectors. So you need a sector value back when this happens. So the first value is the sync. I'm going to read it once into dat. Move the other into ACK and just have a bunch of conditionals? Maybe. maybe. I don't think all these numbers are going to fit into that. Oh. So what about this? Sector values here. Not enough X pins. Well, here's an idea. Always leave that address at 0. No, that's no good. Because if I get 2 requests when a ping hasn't come in... which could have happened here if this had been 558, then that wouldn't have worked. I might be able to get away with it. Right, because I'm thinking of getting rid of the address line so that I can have 2 going in here. Alright, this always comes down to I/O space. Anyway, yeah, so the idea was you would map... somehow I would reduce these 2 numbers to an index, then go to that index and figure out what's here. And that actually works well because I would just have 2 600s for this. Split this into 6. Okay, yeah. So... I don't have a div, but I can, like, fake it probably. Oh, I can do better than that. No, not so sure about that. So, let's try a mapping. Okay, we're back in the realm of data formats now. I'm gonna say outer first, then inner. So at sync equals 0, we got 600, and then 600 for inner. So outer 600, inner 600. Sync equals 20, outer 700, inner's 200. Still can't press tab to do that. Okay, and then it just goes around to a 1, to a 2, to a 3, to a 4. It's the same. Alright, so that's my sector mapping. So outer, inner. Okay, so this is becoming reasonably easy. I have another idea. You don't have enough pins for it. I was gonna have you connect to the data line here. Oh, ridiculously enough, that just works, doesn't it? So you would just set the address of this. If I don't clear this I/O line, so you can't write to the data. You can't write to the data. I would need to connect this to the address line. So that your task would be to set the address line to what this will want to read, but leave the value on x2 right up until that address line is written. Then I clear it, allowing you to do a read. This isn't writing anything, but this read-only pin here will then be pointing to the right data value. I love it. That's perfect. That's exactly how I'm going to solve my I/O space issue. Alright, so you only need to communicate to the address line of this. Alright, so now I need to fix my wiring so that becomes possible. Okay, a little more horizontal space would be all that would take. You go off in the corner. Your valuable data, I don't want to delete you. To get this to map properly, that won't work. I mean, this can go way off. I have lots of space down here. I could even probably do like... Okay, so x0 was supposed to be... So x1's the address line, x0 is supposed to be the data line, sure. I mean, it's not pretty, but it works fine, right? Because now I can move this left and get x0 to the Okay, right, so this is going to the data line of that. Oh, right, and these need to be on the same side. Address line goes to x3, that's great. x1 is what? Move x2 to x1. It's the address line, the left address line, okay? Sure, this works fine. I do that, I do that. There we go. It all wires correctly, I think. Okay, so you listen to the radar stuff. You write the current value to this. This does enough to... How many tasks does this do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so 5 instructions before I occupy this I/O line. And this wakes up. So then that has to get through this instruction, so like 6. This is not a thing anymore. So 6 instructions in, you want to read from your X0. Actually, 7 instructions in. Yeah, and I might as well slow this down because I want to make sure this has enough time to do its stuff. And then this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can make this quicker. So leave the address pointer at 0. Alright, so I make this quick. I leave the address pointer at 0, and I immediately move the data in as soon as I know that I have new stuff. I want to make this slow. I want to make this early and this late is more accurate. Yeah, this does some work. This moves the address pointer at the beginning of its thing instead of the end, just to get that extra instruction there, which I think is unnecessary. If I really needed to change timing, I could insert some NOPs somewhere where I don't have any instruction space. Like this is where I'd want them, but this was the one that's supposed to be early. I think it's all fine. Anyway, just to make sure this is as late as it can be, it does that. All right. So then it reads. The problem is, what I'm doing here relies on a divide. I want to divide by 20. How can I divide by 20? I can do a whole bunch of tests. Well, I don't want to divide by 20, I just want to do a bunch of threshold stuff. So I was thinking I could do like DGT. So if I DGT 2, and it's 0, then I test if it's 100. Then I would put in... Yes, this works. Okay. So I move that to DAT. I DGT... DAT... Hang on, how do I DGT? I don't use this command very much. What? It only takes one instruction? You sure about this? Isolate the specified digits in the value of the ACK register. Okay, so I need to move this to ACK. That's fine. I'm destroying it, and that's okay. No, it's not. There's a lot of instructions, but it's less than testing 6 times for thresholds. Alright, so I move X0 to DAT, I move DAT to ACK, I DGT DAT. I guess I could also just reset the address pointer and read from here again. I'll see which is less instructions in a moment, if I need to. I might not need to. DGT 2. No, 1, right? 0 indexed. Yeah, DGT 1. DGT 1, okay. Tech X0, or no, Tech DAT 100. Oh, well, in that case, I can short circuit this. Tech DAT 100. If true, then I move 10 to ACK, otherwise I do the DGT to get the actual sector. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Because I really just want a DGT on the leftmost 2 digits, but I have to cheat because I can't get that. Okay, now in the way I've laid out my data here, that actually works for the address. So that is the address of the outer... Yeah, so currently that is the address of the outer sector for the radar heading. I do write the radar heading first, right? P1, radar sync, yes. And that is in increments of exactly 20. I won't get any odd-numbered first digits. Well, odd-numbered tens digits. This is not odd-numbered first digits, but that's not the one I'm interested in. Okay, great. So I think this reduces radar sync to a value of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, or 10. Great. Then I just need to add 1 if the next value is... Oh shoot, there's another zone here. Okay, there's another zone. So I'm going to move x0 to that, just so I don't have to read it again from here. Oh, actually... Okay, I could invert this, but I'm not going to right now. Yeah, this will do extra work if you're in this zone. Yeah, so there's a different... Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Check it out. 100. that can just be at a different address. Okay. So tech x0 or no tg. Okay, tgt dat 79. Move 12 x3. Okay, so move to that address if you are in the center. Yeah, I forgot about the center. Oh shoot, I still have to report to this. Okay, see, now I'm out of instruction. I don't be so sure yet. I need to do additional conditionals beyond this. Actually, I think this might just fit. LT dat 51, TGT dat 50. Here, I can do it this way, just so I get the actual values of 50 and 80 in there. I'd prefer that. Well, no, I can't, because I need the jump in the... No, that's right, right? If it's not less than 80, then I do this. Yes. Yeah, okay. If it's not less than 80, then I'm at 100. I move the address pointer to here, and I jump to... report. Okay, I'm one line short, because report is going to have to be... Gonna have to clear... Wait, no, move x1. Oh, this needs... Oh, no, that's fine. I clear the line by reading the value, not by writing one. I move x2 null. But I need one more line for this. Maybe that's fine. Maybe I can squeeze it out. Wait, TLT. Okay, so I can't... Yeah, I can. Okay, so TGT dat 50. That means I want... Oh, no, I need a bunch more instructions here, because I need to manipulate ACK. I have a value in there. I need to maybe add one or not. And then move that value out to this address line. Okay, so... My inclination here is to have one more microcontroller here, who is my divide command. How will I get the IO space for that? Like, I want to send off... Like, I would just want to move x0 to some line that would go to a division thingy. I guess I could have that connect to this data line. Okay, so x0 would go to the division controller. Division controller would have that data line and know to read from it and do those operations and send back the results. Yes, okay, I'm going to just do that just because I have a bunch of additional lines there that need to express some stuff. Okay, I mean, that's all that's going to take. Move 0x0, move x0 ac. Wait, you still need the data line though. Well, okay, so when this gets a thing, it'll read the second value. Oh, this is getting real messy. Ugh. It's fine though. This is gonna have to move, yes, move x0 ac, move x0 dat. Okay. You don't strictly need the dat register for this, and that's fine. Tech ac 100 plus move 10 ac minus... Wait, why this? Why did I use the dat register for that at all? Oh hey, check this out. Hold on, no, I can't. No, this is, never mind. No, this is the way this needs to be. Okay, so you wait for a wake up on this. X0 ac. Well, okay, so move x3 null, sure. Move x0 ac. So I read that value. If it is 100, then I set that to 10. Otherwise, I get the 10's digits, and then I move that back. Sure. Move ac, x3, and then I move x0, x3. So I write the next value from there out here, because you no longer have a data line to that. Okay? That all seems to work, and it freed up some lines here. So move x0. So I tell x0, hey, I want stuff. Please wake up. x0 tells me the processed version of this and the unprocessed version of this. So then the unprocessed version of that goes to dat, tlt dat 80. If not, then I'm 100. Therefore at address 12. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I jump to reports. Okay, report's going to do a bunch more than this. It needs to... Oh, actually, because yeah, ac is going to be that. Move ac, x3. There we go, that's what sets the address pointer. Yeah, so ac has a useful value in it here. I do overwrite it though if this value is greater than or equal to 80. Okay, great. I'm almost done here. This is all good, assuming these 3 empty lines here are enough for what I need. I think they are. Yes, this unblocks the IO, so you can go read the value that I've pointed you to there. It doesn't matter where this address pointer sits. I never have to reset it to 0. I just set it to whatever's appropriate, and you read one value. Okay, so tgt dat 50. If you are greater than 50, then I do nothing. If you are not, then I add 1, right? Because my first one is the... No, my first value is the outer. Hold up. Okay, so if at sync equals 20, here, I have 700 and then I have 200. If you are not less than 50, then I want to add 1 and go from the 700 to the 200. Yes, minus, add 1. If you are not less than 50, less than or equal to 50. Okay, fine, so 51. If you are not less than 51, then you're in the inner thingy. And you add 1, and that sets it to the address. Okay, I think I did it. I'm wrong. Okay. Parrot not sleeping. Somebody's sleeping on the wrong thing. Oh, you're sleeping on an X2 that's connected to that. Right, I had this happen in a recent puzzle, and it was also a problem there. Okay. So, we got that problem happening. Okay, so I have a wiring design issue. Because if you read, oh shoot, yeah, so when you read, what are you going to get? Are you going to get the value this wants to write, or are you going to get... Yeah, okay, well, that is a design problem. How unfortunate. Does anybody have a spare X pin? You do. That I could, like, stick this on, but how would I communicate that to here? You want to do the compare. No, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Okay, so I can't use a simple pin for... Okay. Yeah. This would be great. If I could... If I could make my data flow the way I want it to. Could I overload X0? To do what exactly? Yeah, hang on. Why couldn't you... Maybe your X2 could connect to this data line and send back the final... You only have one line to spare there, though. Okay, so somehow you do all this work, set the address line, then tell you when I'm ready, and then you read this and send it to me, and I forward it out this pin so that this connection goes away? Like, this connection has to go away if I want to be able to sleep on X2. Like, that's how it is. That has to go away. You're gonna have to move. Okay, so I have a layout issue once again. That's fine. I don't have a central channel there or here for this. Or anywhere. You also have an X1 open. Maybe I could do something over here. Maybe. It's vaguely plausible. Okay, so what am I doing? Right, so you need to be able to sleep on this. Okay. And then someone who is not you does need to read this value. I think it's you. The problem is you'd need an extra line in there for that. Okay, here we go. I found a place to put one. So now I report 100, and that's my comparison value. There we go. I stuck it in there. So now you have two lines. That means... Okay, I want to block on read. And then I want to move X2 to X3. And somehow this needs to connect here. That's the part I don't yet know how to do. I have some space up here. I could maybe move this around and wire that differently so that I could open some space right here in this channel, if that would make any sense. Because this can move right by 1, and this can move right by 1. This would still need to go through this. Yeah, so what that would accomplish is freeing up this space. So you could wire down to there without connecting to that, then bridge, then go here. Okay, let's do that. Because yeah, you wouldn't need to move right. Oh, radio don't fit. Okay, well, okay, so that's... Can I move this left? I think so. I can. Okay, that wires. Radio might fit now. Okay, so your X3 was the TX, your X2 was the RX. I can certainly double bridge this. Maybe I can flip this around and do this? Sure. I can flip X3 and X2 if I need to. This goes to this bridge, this goes to this bridge. And everything moves right. To do that. Alright, how did that land? X3 was supposed to be TX. It's not, so I need to flip... No, I don't. Yes, I do, because I can't have those connected like that. Okay, I need to flip. Or, what if I flip like that? Oops. So I wanted X3 to be TX. Nope, can't do it. No matter how I lay this out, X3 is RX. Okay. Well, I like this layout better for some reason. So swap X3 and X2. X3, X3, X3. I have no idea if I'm close to done. I thought I was, but... I haven't even tested the audio data portion of this. There might be a lot of debugging I need to do. Okay, but I was in the middle of rearranging this so that it would be possible to do this. I think I finished this code, but what you need to do is to write one more value to x0 when you're ready for that. This still needs to happen at some point. I think this all fits. Move 0 to x0, then move x0 to... Just in case it's quicker to do it this way, I don't think it matters, but maybe it is. Move x0 to x2. I used all my lines in all these. Alright, so am I anywhere near working? You're gonna do your job. You're completely independent of everybody else. Alright, so, first step. You're both sleeping and that's good. You received -999. Okay, so nothing happens in the first thing. You jump to wait because it's less than 1, and you sleep. Perfect. Okay, first time unit. Uh-oh, speaker's got to initialize to 50. Speaker's got to sit at 50 if it's not outputting anything. Oh, rude. Okay, is everything fine other than that? Man, really? You gotta have that last little wrench. I can't just leave this at the... Fine, that makes sense. Alright. Alright. I wish I could have tested this with, like, less of it filled in, so that I would see that problem, because that's going to necessitate, unless I can squeeze 2 lines out of this? I think one... Yeah, I think it's going to be 2 lines. I'll need an init for 50 to P1, and then I will need, at the end of this loop, right here before this jump wait, move 50 P1. I might be able to sneakily... No, okay, so if I have a line with an at, it does disable itself after the first time. If I jump to that line, I can't redo an init, I think? Because it just disables itself. The instruction won't happen anymore. So jumping to that instruction is meaningless. I could jump to the move 50 there, but that makes no sense. So no, I do need 2 more lines in here. Okay, maybe I can squeeze those out, but let's see what the rest of it does. Okay, you get a 1. That's playing audio data, okay. So nothing to do with any of these. How is my audio data playing other than not putting it at the neutral 50 value? I need another line because I need to sleep in there. Yeah, you're going to write the data out, but... Wait. How are you already... Okay, so you got the length. You moved. So you did 31. Now you're doing... Okay, now it's waiting to send 37. Yeah, so I need to sleep 1 in there. You're writing the audio data, you're just doing it all in an instant instead of split over those ticks. Okay. So this is all wrong. Alright, sure. So audio data is very wrong. It did seem to go to the... Yeah, so you go to the last value, you're going to stay there. So audio's wrong. Whatever. Okay, so radar ping. That's happening. So you haven't actually done anything yet. So radar ping's happening. P1 has 60. That goes here. P0 has 53. That goes here. Okay. And then I reset the address pointer, and then I sleep. Okay. And here you're going to do a similar thing. That changed to 63. Audio is supposed to be playing, it's not, whatever. That changed to 67. Now, this gets a 2. Does this portion of my program work? Jump sector. Yeah, all this control flow, there's a lot of jumps in here. I'm not going to be able to cut out 3 of them. I might need an additional microcontroller here for playing audio. I don't have space for that. I don't have wiring for that. So that might be an issue. We'll see. Move 0 to X1. Hey, you, wake up. Move 0 to X1. I can clear this I/O line, saving a line here. Might as well. So I move X2 to X1. Hold on, where do I clear... Move X2 null. Okay, right, so move X2 to X1. Since I no longer am blocking on that for any useful reason, that just saves a line. And maybe that line will somehow save my audio? No, this has nothing to do with audio. You're the only one who deals with audio, so it has to go here or somewhere downstream of here in a different fork of the stream than this. This looks like a lot of wasted space. Look at this silly wire tangle. I can definitely do better than that if I need to. But I don't need to think about that yet. First, just does it work? If I need to free up space, I'll worry about it later. So you woke up, you cleared the I/O line, you're now, yeah, by moving that to here. So you set the address pointer, it already was, but it might not have been. You receive a value that wakes you up, that you're going to compare against something you read out of there. So you read 60. 60 does not equal 100, cleared that I/O line. So now I isolate the 6. You are trying to read from what you're going to write, which you haven't written yet. Move ACK X3, so you get a 6. Here you go. 6 goes there in ACK. Cool. You are going to read another value and write it here. You're not ready for it yet. Yes, you are, actually. Okay, the shuffle happened. Now you're going to read a value and discard it, but it's not written yet. So if I'm less than 80, if I'm not less than 80, and therefore in the central sector, then I'm going to be here. But I am less than 80. If less than 51, then I'm in the inner, like, center sector, sorta. So that 6 turns into 7. I move ACK to X3. So your address gets set to 7, eventually. That's a data line. Oh, I just have these reversed. That's supposed to be address, this is supposed to be data, right? Yeah, okay, I just have those reversed. Got it. Let's switch sides and compact, since I can. That just routes better, and that is more compact. There we go. Okay. Putting it farther left would not compact further. Alright, I want a breakpoint here. I know you're all wrong. I'll have to deal with audio eventually. Whatever. I'll get there. Okay, so you added 1, and now you want to move that to X3, and this time it'll actually work because I can write to the address line. Okay, you moved your pointer over there to the 202. 202 is the expected output, so that part looks good. I tell X0 that, well, I tell it nothing really. I don't have a data line, so I can't tell it the real thing. That goes out there. Then I want to read what it sends back to me. You read that data, that 202. Here's a 202 going there. Here's a 202 going there. Here's a 202 going there. And it transmitted it. Perfect. Okay. When I get something that's not my ID... I'm doing it? Am I ever checking X0 here? Yes. Oh, okay, well. Here's my problem. Alright. That was obvious enough. So that part's good. When I get not my ID, this time you disable that and do what you're supposed to do. Okay, so the hard part of this is done. The easy part, I missed a step, and the hard part took up all the space, so now the easy part becomes harder. Okay, alright, so now, I'll turn my attention to the speaker data. One thing I spot that I can do is to compact this like this, and free up this channel, if that were to ever mean anything. I think, let's see, I'm getting close to being able to move you upward? To possibly get another controller here to do what? Just, like, handle the audio data? Maybe. Yeah, maybe somebody else gets the entire audio data loop, and it just comes out of here completely. How many lines did that save? Could this become a 4000X? If you did no audio I/O, how many lines did you need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Five to kick off audio loop. And then you'd want to sleep on it probably, so 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it wouldn't just easily fit in a 4000X. I think that might be possible though. So yeah, I'm thinking of 4000 down here to handle audio data, and a 4000X here to handle all of this stuff. Might just work, and that would free up this amount of space without doing anything else. I think that's very plausible. The problem is this is still 11 lines as I'm looking at it. Okay, so... jump weight, jump sector. Alright, so, I'm just gonna plunk one of these... You know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna plunk down a note. If I were to do audio I/O, move 50 P1. SLX X0, move X0 ACK, do the loop. Okay, so yeah, this is loop. Move X0, I can actually put this right here. Check it out. It doesn't have to be on the board. Part not on board, part is not a part. SLX X0, move X0 ACK, loop, move X1, which would be radio RX, to P1, which would be the audio out. P0 would be unused. Sub 1 from ACK, tech X0, minus jump loop, move 50 P1. Fits great. Okay, so I can definitely fit that in an MC4000. I have no pin problems, I have no instruction problems, I have no register problems. So then the thing is, this can't go over a bridge. It does have to have a space for it. So then the thing is... Oh, wait. No, I'm missing several things here. Well, actually... Move X3 Can I sleep for the length value that I read? Move X3 ACK. Move ACK X... No, hold up. I don't have the I/O space for this. You can't talk to another microcontroller. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. You got a simple pin? Well, not if I change you to a 4000X, then you'd have 0 simple pins. Uh-oh. Why did I think this was going to work all nice and easy? Do you use your DAT register? You don't. You don't need radio TX. Oh, but you do need an X plus connection to this. No, I can't have you connect to that and then send over the same line the ID and then use the the X0 line for both communication with you and... Oh boy. But that's what it's going to have to be. You absolutely need the connection to this, and I can't overload that. Really? Like, I could send an ID number out of this to wake up either this or this, depending on what the value is that I send to X1. Maybe. Because I just moved 0 to X1. You could check for 0, but you don't have the lines for that. I could maybe get another line here, because what would have to happen... No, you really want to be woken up. You don't want to test for all that stuff. Hey, I can save some space here. X3. X3. Because you're not using ACK anymore, other than just to move it to that. Okay, I saved a line. With 2 lines, I could check if you're sending me 0. Could I, though? Yes. No. No, I would need 3, because then I need to move this to a register, check the register. Well, okay, well, I saved a line here at least. Check the register and then jump if it's not a thing, you know? Oh, and you'd have to repeat your output because 2 people would be wanting to read from the X bus, and that's a super pain. Ugh. Okay, so what if you remained a 6000? Like, you don't need to be a 4000X. If you remained a 6000, I compacted this a little bit. You set the simple pin to a thing. And this would do the audio I/O. But then you need to not be reading audio data while this thing sleeps. You need to sleep for that amount. That's fine. I can do that. Okay. I think I have a plan here. What it requires is for me to be able to fit an MC4000 here without making you any smaller. I can do this. Here we go. Okay, so I can do that. I can disconnect P1 because you're not using your speaker anymore. Yeah, but then it's going to connect to that. Okay, I might be able to avoid that because I can compact this differently. No, I can't. Not that way. Okay, yeah, so we're compacting. I'm moving this up 1. You're going to set the simple pin. Yes, I think I can do that. Oh, that one won't be able to sleep. Alright, it's going to be inefficient. Oof. I don't like this. Hang on, before I do something I really, really don't like, let me save a copy of this because parts of this work. Okay, it's not surprising to me that the big one would take this long. This is expected. I'm just a little annoyed that I've painted so much of my walls. I'm in the last corner, and then there's a section way outside this corner I still need to paint. I think I can reach it. It's just that if I'd painted that corner earlier and verified that I actually got it, then I could save some time here, because I have to work around all the stuff I've already laid down. So again, I'm still trying to move this up 1. I can put this over top a wire that doesn't connect to it like that. And that fits just fine. So you can wire to... Can I do better than that? Can I No, it has to be above. And if it's above, I can't put it... I only write to this line. I never read from it. I can do that. No, that connects to that. Nope. If I could have this not connect to that line, then maybe, but no. So what this makes impossible is moving the radio left, but maybe I don't need to. Okay, so P1 disconnects. You never touch P1. Since I'm doing all this, okay, I'm going to use P0 for the audio data. Okay, so if you're here, all of this logic is covered there. Kind of? You still need to do that part. So you move X3 ACK. You don't do any of that, but you move ACK. Oh, cool. I can move that out to the simple pin. But then this is going to have to wait until... No, I need an X bus. Ow! Like, that'd be my idea, but it doesn't work. Oh, and also, 0. Because what that means is the audio data would start playing on the next tick. You would already have seen that there's nothing to find on P0, and also I need to change this because I can't SLX on it. I'd have to tech P00, otherwise do something else. Also, my X pins have to wire to radio RX, which I can do. I'm certain that's possible. Okay, well, before I do all that... Yeah, so we got that problem going. Before I do all that, I need to move this up. We'll have a pin type mismatch right here if I do that. Okay, so X0, you go away. X1, you're going to reroute a little bit and do something like that. P0 is nothing. X3 and X2 reroute. Okay, so they don't have to go over top of the speaker anymore. Radio TX only needs to connect to you. TX was X2. I might have to reverse those once again. Okay, so P1 is nothing. That's cool. That means I can use these spaces to do this. Okay, great. This routes perfectly. No, it doesn't. Unless I do this, then it might. Okay, so that's TX. Yes, that's exactly what I want, because then RX can come down. Alright, so speaker wire goes to the simple pin of that dude. This dude is here. Okay, so it's you. So speaker wire goes here. Radio data wire goes here. I can't access P0. I can do this, I think. Oops. No, I can't move that up. Okay. That's no good. Oh boy. Okay, so I have a problem here. It's not so... Oh, hey, I can just do this, by the way. Unless I want this bridge to work differently. Okay, so this has to bridge to there. So this has to connect to X1, but this has to connect to something. So this space is in contention. Two things want to be here. Can all of that move left? Maybe. So how would I move this left? I can't move you up. Or maybe I can. There's definitely a way I can move all of this left. Let's, there's so much room here. I can absolutely wire this. Okay, so radar sync to P1. Radar ping to P0. Okay. D0 to X0, A0 to X1. I am sure I can solve that in less space. For example, bridge radar ping, bridge... Oh, I can't bridge like that. Okay, so that blocks the X0. X0 was supposed to go to data. Which, yeah, is inconvenient for that. Sure. I would need one more space for that. Well, can I swap X0 and X1? Sure, why not? That should work. X1, that doesn't let you move left, though, if I do that. Okay, yeah, if I'm there, then I've freed up no space. Hold on, okay. You know, I'm not so sure I can move this left. if you were here, and radar sync was P0 then, radar ping came around some other way. Okay, so X0 then would go to... It would have to go through here. That's the only way. So radar ping then has to go down and around. So you'd bridge like that. X0 is going there. Radar ping is going... bridging so that I have some space. Then X1 comes out here and bridges like that. This looks plausible. Alright, so who's a what? Okay, I made it so all this can move left. And moving left will give me exactly the space I need. Okay, so who's a what? X1 is supposed to be the address line. It is. X0 is supposed to be the data line. It is. P1 was supposed to be... I think I reversed my P0 and P1. Yes, sync was supposed to be first, ping was supposed to be second. Okay, that's fine. Alright, now... Well, this is going to be a pain. Let's just do one little thing at a time. So clip that, move you here, do that, clip that, move that left, this goes left, this goes left, this goes left, clip that and move it there, that goes there, clip that and move it there, bridge goes here, clip that, do this, move, oops, move left, move left, move left. I think I did it. Because now your simple pin can connect. You're not using X0. And you can't. That is... Oh, no, if I bridged, I could. But I don't need to bridge right now. Okay, everything moved left. I think it's all still wired as it was supposed to be. So, I freed up the simple pin. Alright, is this all going to work now? X0, move X0 ACK, move X, move P0 ACK. Now, here's the thing, you're not sleeping on, I don't know that this program fits anymore. Okay, so that version of it that would have an XBus thing to sleep on would be great, but you don't have the I/O space for that. Okay, so in this I/O space, move 50p1, this is needed. So getting rid of this means you need to sleep one here. Tech P0. Whoa, you got two loops there. How'd this happen? I don't know. That's not right. So, well, so I have one more line than I thought I did. Tech P0, 0. Plus jump, wait, sleep 1. Move X1, P1. X1 is radio RX. Oh, I do need P0 to go to ACK though, because I need to count down from there. No, I can do this. Check it out. No, I can't. Yeah, I can add one, and I can tech ACK P0, but I still gotta set ACK back to 0 at some point. Okay. I think I can compact the move 50 a little bit. I don't love that this is running independently of this. Oh, and also, it still has the problem of being a tick later. No, I never solved that. Oh, because this is going to see that P0 is 0 and then just go to sleep. And then it won't be until after this has come in that audio data starts playing. Oh no, I do need an XBus line here. How? How will I do that? You do have a free XBus line there? Yeah, that's cool. Like, that just... I have so many problems from trying to simple pin this. This is not what a simple pin is for. Like, I solve everything by XBusing, except for the I/O space here. You're not using your DAT register. How can I get... Oh! You have a free pin, but not a free instruction. Okay, somehow, on some I/O line... that's also reused for something else. I need to write what comes out of here to an init, then you test against that. Like, that's what I really want to do here. You have a spare instruction, and you'll be connected by X... Okay, hold on, I might be onto something here. So you're connected by XBus, you also need the X for that. You do need the simple pin, though. No, I just run into the same problem downstream. Then you would need 3 X pins. However... if I wrote to a pin that goes to a read-only pin here, and then you read from that, would it consume this, or would it consume the value I wrote to it? It depends on lots of things. It depends on timing, it depends on data order. I don't think that's a good idea. So I would really want to write it here. I want to write it to x2. So you would have move x2 dat. You then, somehow getting I/O space from somewhere, would have move whatever that I/O space is connected to this out to x2. So I'd use the x2 line once for that. And then instead of talking to x0 here, this would be dat. Because yeah, that value doesn't change once this is booted up. So that part's fine in theory. I'm looking at you right here, this little x1. There's no way I'm going to get anything in there, though. Is there? You don't have instruction space, so that doesn't even matter. Well, can I get instruction space? What does this do exactly? That's an x3. Move x0 ac. Tech ac x3. Yeah, right, I had to already pull that trick to get that much space. Plus move 10 ac minus dgt1. Move ac x3. Move x0. x3. Move x3 null. Yeah, so like waiting on this. The point is to wait for this to set the address before... That does have to be done based on this value. So you have to finish reading this, then you have to do something, then after that something is done, then you need to move this. So no, this is absolutely necessary. So I got the I/O space here, but not the instruction space. Got the instruction space here, but not the I/O space. Same with this. So it's I/O space. I can't pack this into a simple pin. Okay, so how do I solve it? I got a lot of instruction space here. Got no I/O space though. It's all occupied. Like, this is my only pin. Wait, hold on. Wait. Why not this? Why not this? Because you need SLX on it. I can't overload that pin. What about this? Because that shares with radio RX and I need to read from it, so not that. Okay, and this uses speaker. I can't just send the speaker data out to you. The whole point of this is to get that simple pin in there, but I just need to rearrange my pins. Oh. I'm sure there's a way to do it, I just don't know it yet. Okay, I've chosen a target area to focus on. Since this is where the instruction space is, and this is connected to the pin I want to use, I want to put this here in place of X1. However, you are writing to the address line, and that is necessary. You're only doing it the one time, though. What I'm wondering is if I could wire these together. And what would happen if I'm writing to two address lines at once? It's X-bus, so one's going to eat it and the other's not. There's no way I can write... How can I wire this up to even test this? Through this wire snarl, I don't think I'm going to be able to, really. Here's a way. Oh, well, no it's not. So I'm wondering if somehow I can use one thing for setting both those address lines. Because yeah, I just don't know what these do with that kind of thing. No, they're definitely, one of them will definitely consume the input, and then... No, that's no good. Because I'm setting the addresses at different times. It doesn't matter if this one gets some kind of garbage address. If this gets a garbage address early and this gets a garbage address late. That would be fine. Hold up. You got a spare pin. No spare instructions, but you got a spare pin. This is done exactly once. I did decide all these instructions were necessary, but is there some way that I could save one if you were the one who wrote to that address line? You're the one who wants to do it. Or could, like... No, I can't have part connected to self. That's just not allowed. It feels like there's a way to do this, and disconnect that and make you set that to 0. So it just needs to happen right here. I need to insert a move 0 x1 in there. Then I can free up x1 to put this here and communicate that over there. You can store it in DAT. That frees up your x1 to communicate with this, and this program with tweaks to fix whatever the heck this is supposed to be. Right, okay, P1. That's... Wait, hang on. Move x0 ac. Okay, it's just that. That's the problem. Like, that all works if I can make that happen. All I have to do is eliminate one line from this program. That's literally it. And find a place for this to connect to X1, because that doesn't actually just work as it is. With the layout I did here, that might actually be a problem. No, I could put it here. No, I couldn't. So this bridge would go away. That's not connected. Oh, you know what? That's a problem, isn't it? Because if I can't do that, then this doesn't work. Could I have you use the right side of this? I don't really see why not. Like, why couldn't these both use the same side? You'll be working on that. It'll take you long enough to start work on this that you'll be long since done with your job. Like, you have to be anyway. I timed it that way specifically. Okay, so I can connect these differently. So those would join up with... which was which? This one's the address, this one's the data. Now, does that actually help me? Does that free up the space I need for this? It might not. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't help anything, because this sad little... Oh, right, I can't take that off the board. Well, yeah, there's like no space. Wow, yeah, there is like no space. This space is unoccupied. If you were to move right... Okay, we're doing this again. All right, one more time I'm going to copy this. So if I moved this to the right... Why am I moving this right? I had a reason. Okay, so this space is unoccupied. By moving that right, I open up the opportunity to bridge this down here instead of there. Well, it doesn't eliminate this bridge. That's still necessary. Well, is it? What if you go down and around like that, and you bridge... Okay, sure, I can swap which X pin is which. How is part connected? Oh, right. Because that would just do that. That's nice and simple. So that switches the meaning of those. Why has this helped me? Because I can do something different with this? Yeah, I guess this whole time I was trying to route that to go there. Hey! Did I do it? Can I put you under a bridge? No! That's fine. I can put you here. There we go. There we go. I think I solved my routing. So that's one problem in my way, the easier one to solve, right? A0 is connected with a bunch of bridges and stuff to this X0. That goes nowhere. Move 0, X0, that's the address. Here, X1, that's the data. Because that swaps, yeah, X1 is data now, and that's fine. So I connected this. I got the I/O space. The problem remains, though, that you don't have a spare instruction to move a 0 to this. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I do it right there. That null. When you... So you're going to tell that 0... You already tell it 0. Perfect. Perfect. That's all it takes. Because I don't have to do it first. I can do it last. And that'll reset that because I'm not reading from X0 anywhere past this point. Perfect. Perfect. I'm reading from X2 instead. Yes, that does it! Okay, so that does it because now I can @move X1, X2. You can @move X1 dat. Since you're never using dat for anything else, I already still have this dat in here. X1 is freed up. So to connect to here, pin is not connected. Right, because you're not doing P0 anymore. Paste that. I think that program's more or less done as it is. Okay, you're not doing P0 anymore. What you are doing is... Did I undo all my changes there? I guess I must have. No. This is post trying to fit that into a simple pin, so this is actually just X0. And I don't need this anymore. I put the length out there. I sleep for the length, because I might as well. That'll be more efficient, I guess. Yeah, because then I don't have to listen to the radio while audio is playing. Neat! Okay, I just can put my entire system to sleep except for this while audio is playing. Cool. And that's actually completely necessary because otherwise you're going to be reading the audio data going out here. Okay, I don't know if I put all my pieces together. First of all, can I advance? No, somebody's not sleeping. It's you. Did I change the meaning of a pin? Other than x0, I don't think so, and I have x0 covered, don't I? At move x1 dat. x1? Yes, x1. Okay, so wait, who not sleep? At move x1 dat. It did it. Dat is 558. Cool. Oh, right, what I did was I swapped my radio RX and TX. I had noticed that a moment ago, but didn't do anything about it. Okay, so once again, I need to swap 3 and 2. Not hard to do. Okay, can I advance a time unit? I can. Okay. I believe I have changed nothing. Well, I did a bunch of rewiring here. I may have accidentally changed something with how this works. So I believe that audio data is the only thing I need to worry about. So you get a 1. You put that length of 12 in there. You send it here. I don't see it, but it does go. This program might be in an intermediate state that doesn't fully work, but it might not. You did initialize to 50, so that part's great. So you made it, and then you're going to sleep for 12 units. Move x1, p1. Audio data was written. Sub 1, tech x0. Jump blue. Where's your sleep? I feel like this is in the wrong order. Should you test first? No, you can sub and then test. Why would you test first? Alright, 31. 31. Going out, and I sleep, everybody sleeps, everything's perfect. Sub 1, tech x0 is not, jump loop. You're asleep, you're still doing your thing, but that is necessary. I do need this multi-threading here. I read another value, 37, going out. I think you did it. Yes, okay, I just had to wait for that to complete or something. Audio's happening. It looks like this is way ahead of where I'm doing things, but it's actually not. It just looks that way. Okay. And this... deadlocks. Okay, so I caused a problem there somehow. Ah, because you're trying to write to that. All I do is this. Because you're no longer... all you have to do is clear that I/O line. You're no longer writing this to the address line, and that should be good. Something wrong got written. Alright, we're getting there. All I'm doing is debugging code that previously worked. I moved connections around, so I probably just have one wrong. Probably. Your address pointer is at 0, where it's supposed to be. Okay, sector. Tech x2 dat, yes, move 0, x1. That 0 means nothing, it's just telling you to wake up. Move x2 null. So I'm awake, I cleared the I/O line. Now you're going to wait for a read. Okay, so move 100, x0. That 100 is going to be used in a compare here. I love that trick, it's so good. You read from data, yes. You got an 80. It is not 100. So I dig it 1. I send that 8 back over here. You got it. That 8 goes here to that address line. That's fine. It might get overwritten if I... if something happens. Why is this a 0? Why is this a 0? Why is this a 0? What happened here? What are all these zeros being written here? I think I have some pins mixed up here. I sure do. Do I? Hold on. Something's going on over here. Something's wrong all the way up here. You wrote a 0. Why? Oh, I reversed the order of these, didn't I? I think I reversed the order of those. That's all it is. Right, sync is 0. Well, no, that's 40, 60. Take P0. Yeah, okay, so I just forgot to change this P0 to a P1. There we go. So when it is... Yeah, P1 is radio ping. There we go. That was all. I did reverse these at some point, but I forgot this one. I think that was my only problem, maybe? That data looks a lot better. It's still wrong. So something else happened. Alright, so this data looks right this time. Alright, so you're gonna wake up. What's the hotkey for this? I think I knew once. I don't currently. Is it like period or something? Well, whatever it is, I don't know it. I think I did once. Okay, X0, you get 60, sure. 60, 67, it's... Yeah, it is sync first and then ping. That's what it's supposed to be. So you get that 6. Here's that 6. I set your address to that. What are you doing right now? Move X0, X3, X3 got 67, DLT 80. So you add 1, you get... Is that what that was supposed to be? Your ACK value looked wrong. Where do I move anything to... Isn't this supposed to be ACK, not DAT? How did you change to DAT? Oh, shoot! That's right, I changed this so that I just wrote directly to this instead. Okay, I do need it in ACK because I need to be able to add 1 to it. That was the issue. I had forgotten that I did that. That was a half-baked change that was never going to go anywhere good. So move X0, X3 is not at all what I want. That needs to go to ACK. Move 12 ACK, on report, move ACK, X3. Wow, yeah, I changed that a long time ago. I think that fully fixed it. ACK is now 6, that's much better. All this executes, ACK is now 7, that's what I want. Move ACK, X3, that's what actually writes to that. Move 12 will go there for that. You look like you're doing your job correctly. 0 comes in there. That's how I overloaded that for the data line there. I really love both of these tricks for clearing the I/O line just by sticking some operand that was a constant somewhere in the signal that I used to wake somebody up. It always just feels great to pull that trick off. So yeah, you want to read. X0 is... going to be what I read out of there, so it's going to be 202. And 202 is what's expected. There we go. I think I fixed it. Okay! That's the big one! This was great. Ah, this is so good, and I can see where my sector map is mapping me to. Yay, I did it! Check it out, my power usage is better than average. That surprises me. Production cost's a little high. That doesn't surprise me. Lines of code's a little high. That really doesn't surprise me. But hey, I did well on power usage. Okay, look at this huge graph. This is like what it looked like when I was in, well, on this one at least. This one's a little more conventional. This one's not quite as wide as this. There was another puzzle that had like a super wide variety of solutions that I found fascinating. So a lot of people did it with much, much less cost. Good for them. A lot of other people did not. Good for us. I'm happy with my power usage. Thank you. As you know, it has long been my dream to see our company compete at the very top level of electronics engineering firms. With this contract delivered, we are finally there. I'm excited to see what Sun Haotian has been working on, and even more excited about continuing to supply top-quality electronics and engineering services for world-leading applications. We cannot relax or become complacent now, but we can at least celebrate this achievement. Come by the break room today for a free cream puff. You've earned it. Lily. Yes, I am so proud to work here. Fantastic work, everyone. The future is bright. Joe. All right, I think in some sense I just beat the game. Maybe. This is going to go on to a post-game. That's how I'm interpreting this, but it might not be accurate. We'll see what this turns into. This feels like it's going to be an invitation from Sun Haotian to come and work directly for him, possibly. Or it could be something else entirely. Alright, cool. Well, that was incredibly satisfying. I don't at all want to speculate on how to improve this. I'm just happy with this big mess. I love that, like, the story final puzzle, or at least what I'm interpreting that way, was this complicated. I love it. Oh, and this is, well, that can sit there. It's not harming anybody. Okay, this was cool. I love it. Look at this bottleneck here. That's fascinating. It's just cool to look at, like, even when it's not running, just how this layout worked out. I love it. I love it. Alright, I'll see you next time for an invitation to see what that is.